Content warning. The following content contains topics like rape genitalia and circumcision. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello viewers! Circumcision or tuli, as we know it in Tagalog, is a procedure being done to males in their private parts or as we all know it as the penis. So, ikaw, if you're a man watching this, you're most likely tuli na. So like many things in life, ang pagtutuli ay nagbago na din. From its very start from a long time ago when the procedure was first being done to men. So nowadays, ang tuli, ang modern tuli is known as something as a very safe procedure to do na. Like me, I was safe nung tinuli ako, and most of you watching this, most likely yun din ang case mo, 'di ba? So it changes over time because well, it's safer. New procedures are being found for it to be more effective and efficient. But yun na, may tinatawag na traditional tuli, and we're here to find out about traditional tuli and its significance. Most specifically, sa municipality ng Calabanga. We want to know its cultural relevance there. So, kaya kami ay hahanap ng answer sa sumusunod. Malaman kung safe itong procedure. 2. Malaman ang cultural significance ng traditional tuli despite sa modernization. And 3. Malaman kung ang traditional tuli ay ma-maintain maging cultural practice. Circumcision is a medical surgery done to the male penis where the foreskin of the head of the penis is surgically removed. As time progresses, ang pagtutuli ay naging safe and naging mas common na procedure kasi madami siyang health benefits. Nagsimula siya as a religious practice but its benefits also range from helping reduce HIV and other diseases. Dito sa Pilipinas, ang pagtuli is also a practice done by males. There is a traditional way of doing circumcision where a wooden instrument is used to do the procedure. Para masagot yung unang tanong, safety remains a core issue within traditional circumcision. At saka napakita yun ng interview. According to the respondent, labaha, tapos alcohol, tapos betadine, bago siya daw magtuli ang ginagamit niya. This often includes ritualistic preparations such as making the child bathe in seawater. Sabi na ng respondent, quote, "Pinaparigos ko muna yan sa dagat. Nahali ang nervyos mga 2 oras bago." So basically, to those who will be circumcised, pinapaligo muna sila sa seawater para mawala ang takot. Pero even such efforts are embedded sa kultura na natin, they hardly pass the standards of modern medicine. On the risk of infection and complications, these are concerns that call for integration of traditional methods with modern hygiene practices to ensure safety without erosion of cultural importance. Traditional tuli remains important in the community. Para sa mga practitioners, importante siyang cultural ceremony that rites of passage a boy into maturity. To quote the respondent, and I quote, "Obligado ka man giraray pagpadoktor, pigpaparahapot ko muna saro-saro kung aram kang magurang." In this way, trust and familial ties are the heart of the tradition. However, its preference for modern medical procedures question the sustainability of the latter. Balance ang importante dito para ma-preserve ang cultural traditions and to ensure safety. To answer the next question, well, here in the Philippines, traditional circumcision has cultural significance aside from being a medical treatment. Kaya kahit majority ng mga Filipinos ay mga Katoliko, the practice ng pagtutuli has religious roots. Hindi man siya requirement sa pagiging Katoliko. So as a result, it became the social standard for guys who choose not to get circumcised to be criticized and characterized as mga supot. And supot
bears the connotations of inadequacy and timidity, particularly during the circumcision season, which usually takes place in summer between the ages of 8 and 12 by boys who were under pressure to adhere to this practice. Kaya na ang tuli has been increasing in scrutiny for its necessity and ethics, especially na kung nakikarry out siya sa mga bata na hindi man capable of giving informed consent. Especially na din na ginagawa to under pressure rather than their own will. But despite the issue, ang social relevance ng tuli, well, it still persists because of an assumption na necessary siya for their sons to be accepted as a man. So, ang traditional na pagtutuli in Calabanga has main cultural relevance amidst modernization of medical procedures. And doon galing sa interview namin, nalaman namin na ang traditional na pagtutuli, yung practice niya are being passed on from generation to generation through observation and mentoring. And to quote the respondent, he said, "Nakanood ako duman sa nagturi sa kuya, sa 3 taon ako pagturi." So basically, he said that he learned from the one who circumcised him and 3 years later, nag-start na din siya magtuli. So the practice of knowledge transmission described above indicates the deeper relationship of the practice to the local identity and cultural heritage. This act itself is not a medical one, but rather the rite of passage that symbolizes maturity. At the same time, however, this reliance on experiential learning without formal training is at the expense of questioning safety and consistency in the process. And to answer the last question, and even though cultural in nature, it does raise a lot of ethical and safety concerns when practiced sa mga bata na hindi man nakakabigay ng informed consent. The non-formal training ng mga practitioners na nagpo-perform ng procedure often leads to inconsistencies with serious infection risks and complications. Kaya kahit ano pa man na cultural experiences ang nagmi-mean sa traditional na pagtutuli, there can be no justification for it to compromise safety. Kaya kung want natin to i-maintain tong practice na to, there needs to be that balance between on how one proceeds this practice by incorporating standards to make it safe for the children's health.
Dahil sa oras at dahil na konti na lang ang gumagamit na to, isa lamang ang naghanap namin na respondent para dito. Isa lamang ang manunuli o albularyo na ang na-interview namin. At may impact ito sa magiging variety of viewpoints. Let's see what the respondent have to say about this matter.
Ano ang kahaputan?
Ang init po nga po, sa kapaano po nung dadaanan dahil mag-suri.
Ay ako, nakaanood ako, duman sa nag-story sa kuya. Oh. Nasa 3 taon na akong ko para tore. Dahil ko kaya, minabak. Kaya lang, nilisya niya sa ugat.
Ano daw po ang kagamitan na ginagamit sa pagturi?
Labaha. Tapos, alkohol. Tapos, bitaday. Oh.
Tigpa paano po dahil hinahanda ang mga...
Ay, bago kaya ako maturi, tigiriling ko na mga gamit ninda. Pero, igwa man ako ning gamit talaga na kung mayo man yung ibang gamit ang mapaturo isa ko, igwa na ako nakaredy.
Ano po dahil hinahanda para maging malinig ang gamit?
Ay, ano ko muna yan sa alkohol. Bago ko gamitin yan, ano ko muna yan sa alkohol. Ang pigali kayo ko kaya nantita no.
Ano daw po ang mga proseso sa pagturi?
Ay, pinapakarigos ko muna yan sa dagat.
Tapos,
Yung babad mo ng sinda. Tayo itong may mga nervyos yan, nahahali ang nervyos.
sunod.
Oo. Mga 2 oras. Bago ko yan inaano. Saka bago ko naturi kaya, hindi ko yung pinapeling sa sa itong masurunod. Saro-saro ko lang ginagamit. Aapon ko lang saro-saro.
Paano po dati tutorial like ito?
Ayan, pagka kang sa may itong pinaka payo kayan. Iyan ang pigano. Iyan ang pigano ko. Pigka ko duman sa inapon na pato-pato. Ito nang pinakaibabaw niya. Tapos, pig-estimate ko ang pagkalugad niya kung hanggang sa inang baak. Siguro man sa klase kang aki, kung dakula o sadit. Yan ang ginigibo ko. I-estimate ko na lang.
Saka po tinatanggal.
Saka ko yan binabaak.
Ano daw po ang mga hamon or mga problema pag nagtuturi po?
Ay, sa kuya, dapat makusog ang buhot mo. Hapoton ko ang tuturyon ko. Ano niya ako, kaya mo na eh. Aram ka kang magurang mo.
Yes po.
Na tinugutan na mapaturi sa kuya. Tanganing ako man, likay man ako. Kada ito man bagay hinagad na igwa may mangyaring liba na ugatan. Obligado ka manggiraray kaning mapadoktor. Kaya ang gibo ko, bago kayo tigtuturi, tigarapot ko muna yan saro-saro. Kung aram kang magurang. Tapos, igwa pa ko kayo ng pigano na may kaiba na tatao na alimbawa pag-aro kan malinig kang lugad, aram kang magurang. Halimbawa, may barkada mo na itong nainot na sa iya. Kaya magusog na ang buhot ninda. Kaya mapaturi. Kaya igwa sa inyo na nag-aalalay.
Yan na po.
Yan na.
Salamat po. Ano
Sige.
po full name mo?
Rinaldo Sanchez.
Salamat po.
Yan ang sabi ng respondent about the matter. So in conclusion, what we have find out in our study, na importante ang pagpe-preserve ng cultural heritage as practices like pagtuli hold a vital place in the Filipino identity and community life. Pero at the same time, it advocates for the modernization of these practices to ensure the safety and well-being of those undergoing the procedure, by fostering a dialogue between cultural preservation and medical advancement. It is possible to honor traditions while promoting better health outcomes, creating a harmonious blend of past and present. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.